Hello there, kia ora. Look, I'm super excited for today because we get to unveil the newest member of the Tin Foil Hat Brigade Hall of Fame for this term's Parliament. And it's always exciting when you get to induct a new member. We know that whoever it is that gets announced today is going to join an illustrious lineup of other people who've gone out of their way to spread mis and disinformation and all sorts of weird conspiracies, like Mark Cameron, for example, the ACT Party spokesperson for farming. He decided to virtue signal to farmers about wearing gumboots in the House and actively campaigned to get that done to show solidarity with farmers, even though farmers know you don't wear gumboots in houses. There's also his online hatred of Jacinda Ardern, which was so prolific, it's the sort of thing researchers look at and go, what is wrong with this person? And his pro-Trump stance on pretty much everything. Go January 6th! Or Ryan Hamilton, the Hamilton East MP for the National Party, who decided to go to a meeting of sovereign citizens where they were literally baying for the execution of his co-workers and stand up next to New Zealand loyal commentator and regular contributor Andrew Bidder, who's also a Hamilton City Councillor, and say things like, I'm one of you guys, screw the mandates, that's why I voted against them. Or maybe Andy Foster is the most excited of the lot. The former Wellington mayor, who's the New Zealand first spokesperson on sport, was the person who was pretty vocal about making sure funding stopped to amateur sports organisations if they didn't deal with trans women in sport, and then rather historically spoke down to the reporter about it and made himself look like a complete and utter idiot. And Casey Costello, she's also absolutely amped here. While she might absolutely be tobacco's biggest fan at the moment, people often forget that she did a lot of work with the Taxpayers Union, Hobson's Pledge, and she was even in New Conservatives when they came up with policies like locking up pregnant women and young mothers without parents until they find somebody to look after them. She is such a big fan of this whole process, I'm sure. So who's it going to be? Let's find out. Is there a drum roll? Can I get a drum roll for this? That's right, it's Tanya Unkovic. Tanya Unkovic is I think, number 8 on the New Zealand First Party list. She ran in Epsom this year, and the other day in the House, she got up and started talking about the peaceful protest in Wellington a couple of years ago, where all they wanted to do was be heard, and they were just there with peace and love and not wanting to threaten anybody at all with things like this or violence like this. That was before she pointed out that she's actually been meeting with New Zealand Doctors Speaking Without Science, NZD-SOS, a conspiracy grifting group who were medical practitioners, some of them, who said things like, the vaccine's full of nanobots that are going to destroy your immune system. She got up in Parliament and told everybody they were wonderful and she represents them and how much she loves freedom. So, congratulations, Tanya. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. I know it's a big deal. There's probably a crown or something involved. You can even put it on your letterheads if you really want to. Well, I think there's probably rules about what goes onto parliamentary letterhead so you don't misrepresent what you do and the people that you are supposed to be representing. I'm actually not sure. It wouldn't surprise me, though. So, who is going to be the next person to end up on this list? We'd love to hear your nominations in the comments below. Please make sure you tell us who should be joining our illustrious members in the Tin Foil Hat Brigade Hall of Fame.